Welcome back to episode 2 of the Ironman profile. First thing I would like to mention is that I did invite Pat to the co-op, and there was a ton of progress that was made. We listened to your feedback for the last episode, and many people wanted us to include less progress but have a more consistent upload schedule, and that's what we'll try to focus on. We're also going to try to focus on explaining what we do instead of just, going over things, bam, bam, bam. Going to get more in depth and, hopefully get some chiller, longer videos. Before going into this video, I do want to mention that today's episode is the last chance to enter the 100 mil giveaway we have going on. All we ask is that you subscribe and leave a comment explaining what you would use the coins on. The winner will be announced in our Discord, which is in the description, on the 2nd of January. Without wasting any more time, let's move on to the episode. As I mentioned earlier, we did decide to make this a co-op. We want to upload more Ironman videos, and hopefully having 2 people on the profile will speed up the progression and just make it more fun overall, playing with a friend, and it'll speed up some of the boring grinds, and I don't see a reason why not to do it. To quickly recap the early game for Pat, to play as efficiently as he could, he first claimed all 25 of the Advent Calendar awards, as well as claimed some easy to get white gifts in the Jay's Workshop. After that, he went to Hub 1 and gifted them all to randoms, and this set him off pretty well for his first few minutes, giving him 500k and a few enchantment books to work with. Being the fact that he's a completionist, he went off and did some quests, including talking to all 12 villagers, which was important for the rogue sword. This sword is great for early game, as rather than walking around with no potions and no speed, this sword pretty much grants you a constant 100 speed for a trade-off of a bit of your mana. But this isn't really an issue, as you don't really have any other abilities to use the mana on at this stage of the game. He then went on and talked to Kat and George, as well as started the Carpenter's quest. This quest is pretty simple, as all you need to do is buy a stack of wool from the wool weaver and hand it back to the carpenter, and that unlocks carpentry for you. Carpentry is important for a few reasons. Firstly, it's a free source of Skyblock XP, which early game is nice, as many things are locked behind Skyblock XP. And not only this, but it also unlocks quick crafting, which is pretty much essential to play the game. Further on, he also did the Lumberjacks quest, as well as the Banker's quest, and both the Farmer and Farmhands quest, for a combined 20 XP, and to finish that up, he also drew a beautiful piece of art over at Marco, to give him another 5 Skyblock XP. Following my route, he wanted to unlock the Dwarven Mines. First, unlocking the Obsidian Sanctuary, followed by him stealing some of my ores. Oh wait, what? Wait a second. And finally getting Mining 12 from Sand, which allowed entry to the Dwarven Mines. Now let's get into some new progression. From all the sand mining, he was able to craft a tier 5 sand minion, as well as hit carpentry level 3. Not long after that, he was able to craft a tier 6 sand minion, which led to him hitting Skyblock level 13. You heard that right, 13. Having no speed and damage was an issue, so we quickly talked to Maxwell to see a completely empty Reforge menu, causing both of us to buy the 6 talismans that the adventurer sells. And he quickly did Melody for the Melody's hair, but no montage this time. Being that the Jerry Island is open for all of December, we decided to abuse everything it offered, which included the chicken race. This race is fairly simple but gives a few good rewards, first being a red gift, then a gift compass, which is nice as the 20 white gifts every opening isn't bad. Most importantly, we get the frozen chicken. This rare accessory gives us 8 magical power and 1 speed. That's huge, I know. Finally, when we completed all the races, we got 5 Skyblock XP, as well as Jingle Bells. For those who forgot, this item attracts mobs within a range of its use. Though for us it's pretty useless, and later we'll be able to use it when we get into Floor 7 or Kudra. Sadly, because of when Pat joined the profile, he couldn't get a Griffin pet while it was available. Because of this, he had to stick with the bee pet. It's not great by any means, but it's the best option he had, and it gave a little bit of strength and speed, while also being his only source of taming XP. Speaking of pets, I wanted to slowly push us into fishing, and the first step of that would be to grind a fishing minion and place it to slowly generate us fishing XP and materials for better fishing gear in the future. Though only a few minutes into my fishing journey, I managed to fish up an uncommon guardian. The best part about this was that it was a blessing catch, meaning I caught 2. The odds of this are 1 in 142,857. Now, as it is the uncommon variant, it's pretty useless, but once we have the materials, we'll upgrade both of these to at least the epic rarity for its extra enchanting wisdom. A main goal Pat had was to progress combat-wise, and as an Ironman, that was no easy task. So we had to take this step by step, beginning at obtaining Glacite armor. We needed this armor for 2 reasons. First, this would be our first set with actual mining stats, and won't change until we get at least Yogg. Not only that, but its epic rarity helps us a ton, as when reforging, this will give us extra damage when going after mobs like Enderman. This armor is normally easily obtained through Ice Walkers in the Dwarven Mines. Ice Walkers have a 0.25% chance of dropping any piece of Glacite, and with the whopping 10 magic find I had, I was going to have to kill around 1600 of these on odds to drop a full set. The main focus was getting an armor set good enough to tank a few hits to the Ice Walkers before he gets absolutely demolished by the insane damage they do. The easiest set he could get was the farm suit, which with the XP bottles he could purchase from the librarian, he only got it up to growth 2 and protection 2. Very sad armor, but we had to make ends meet somehow. We also needed to get a pickaxe to kill these with. He simply just went with a diamond pickaxe, which he also put efficiency 5 on, but this did not solve the issue at all, so using some grands that he again stole from me, he put full G5 P5 on the farm suit armor and did his daily experiment, giving him enchanting 16 and a bunch of new enchantable enchants. Quick detour, I want to talk about a few things you should do as an early game Ironman, or just early game in general. First, you're going to want to talk to Bednom. Bednom is a quest line that takes 3 Skyblock days to complete, who at the end rewards you with a ton of enchanted materials. This NPC is located to the right of the spawn in the Dwarven Mines, and his treasure is located near a statue, which if you need the coordinates, they can be found on the wiki. Next, we also do our daily Fetcher. Fetcher gives a great daily reward of 1,000 mithril powder and 20,000 coins just for giving him an oddly specific item, like in this case, a compass. Finally, you always want to do your puzzler. This NPC gives you 1000 mithril powder just like Fetcher, which can easily be solved by using a solver or just your brain. Nextly, I did my daily commissions, and not to bore you, here's a short montage of what it looked like. One main thing we want to do while doing commissions is to always claim it through the king until we get the king's talisman. This common talisman not only gives you a little more powder per commission, but it's another 3 magical power. You simply get this by greeting each of the 7 kings, and once done, we'll get the talisman, but that's for another day. I didn't mention this earlier, but one of the main motivating reasons for doing commissions before continuing with Ice Walkers was for mining 15. For whatever reason, to use the /warp forge portal, it requires mining 15, and doing these 4 commissions easily flew me past that milestone. This is also a good time to mention the warp hub we've been using, /visit free TP or /visit mid. This warp hub is extremely uncontested for visitor slots, and since Squid Kid made this island, it allowed up to 15 people to visit, rather than other islands being either always full or stuck at 7 slots due to MVP++. Thankfully, with the fully enchanted gear, I stood a chance against the Ice Walkers, and can start farming them efficiently. Is what I would say, but I forgot my Grandma Wolf pet. This did take 0 effort to get for a few pet score, as well as the great passive it has. The Grandma Wolf's kill combo is really nice. First, the pet doesn't need to be equipped to actually happen, and not to mention the extra coins, combat wisdom, and magic find, which is exactly what I needed for this grind. With all that out of the way, finally we could grind up to a full set of Glacite. After around 1400 kills in 40 minutes, Pat was able to get his full set, and not too long after fully enchant it and put Fierce on it for the extra damage. At this time too, I had just unlocked the grapple hook recipe, which Pat took advantage of and made his own. With all of this now set up, this plays perfect for our start with the end island, but for now, we'll be ending the video here. Let us know what you think of this style of organizing our progress, and we should hopefully be in sync for the rest of the videos. We just had to get Pat caught up with this one. Going at this more slow-paced content not only helps us explain our thought process a little more, whilst pushing out more videos. We do quickly want to mention, before we move into the new year, that we are extremely grateful for the growth this channel has seen in the past 2 months since we started. We really weren't expecting this to happen this fast, or even at all. And you can hold our word, for 2024, our content will be way better than what we started uploading with, as well as a way more consistent flow of videos. Hey, maybe we'll even be able to reach the YouTube rank, but who knows. Anyway, that's all I got. Bye.